Giving you story after story, everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gon' do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And that's a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp, episode 28. Yeah. But this is part 3. Voice of YAH. There's plenty of times I heard the voice of the Most High, but I'm just giving you a few times that really stuck out to me, that was really important to me. And this one right here was another time that I heard the Most High speak to me. Yeah. So let's get into it. Yes, sir. Now, at this time, I was in my 20s, and you know, I was like a single man. I was just living my life. This at the time, I was I was doing my little you know, our rapping, about stuff, the stupid stuff that people talk about in the world. That don't even matter right now. But what I'm saying, I was with this woman and she wasn't my wife. And I was single though. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking to her, and at the time I had started back going to church and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna say this. If I got enough people, because this is real important and it goes real deep. If I got 100 people to tell me, 100 people at least, give me 100 likes, 100 watches on the video, I will tell my actual testimony of how I was converted. Because it goes deep. I can't do it in one setting. I'm gonna have to do it. It's gonna have to take at least, I know it's gonna have to take at least uh 3 parts to it. But if you really want to hear it, I'll bring it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know how it really happened. But I got to have 100 likes, and you know what I'm saying? I got to have 100 comments, because I got to go real deep, man. It ain't just one part. It's gonna have to be 3 parts to it. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was talking about. At the time, I was single. I ain't gonna say exactly where I was living at, cause the other party will know who that I'm talking. Well, they gonna talk. They gonna know who I'm talking about, them anyway. So I wasn't living where I'm living now. I was living in Jackson. I was living in like Yazoo County at the time. Yeah. So I was with this certain female, and I was in my 20s, man, and I was, doing what 20-something-year-olds do. Ain't no I wasn't married, so I was having a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Not proud of everything I did, but it is what it is. That's what's happening. But at the time, I had started back going to church and stuff like that. Cause I had, what I'm saying, for a few years I ain't go to church. I was just sitting up there, man. I was just uh you know messing around in the world. Every blue moon I went to church. I really, man, I was, just living wicked. You know what I'm talking about? But at the time, I had to tell you my testimony for you to understand the whole picture of what happened. But this is what happened. I had somewhat started trying to live my life right, man, at the time. But man, you know what I'm saying? I was living with a woman and she was my wife. As a matter of fact, I was single, and if you're single, the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to be, you know, doing the do. You're supposed to wait till you marry. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation for married people only. Yes, sir. But hey, man, when I was in my 20s, man, I like to do things. I really had no self-control, and I like to do what I got to do. And, I wasn't just a wicked dude. It just, that's what it was. So let me set up the scene. One day, me and her sitting in the room. We had got out work. Me and her working together. If she was right here, she'll tell you the same story. She'll tell you I'm telling the truth. So we got work. We was sitting up there, man, you know what I'm saying? And we was in the room, just chilling, doing our thing. And then we got connected. So when we got connected and started doing little things, we got in bed and is what it is. Funny thing happened though. While we were yet doing the deed that we were doing, I hear this voice behind me. And it said, quote, if I take you right now, where you going? Look, real talk. I heard a voice behind me while I was, you know, with a woman doing specific things. But then I heard a voice say, what if I take you right now? Where you think you going? Man, I jumped up off her right then. She like, what wrong with you? I said, man, did you hear that? She said, what? I said, I just heard a voice say, what if I take you right now? What you think will happen? Man, I'm gonna tell you. She actually got scared herself. But see, she was the type go to church and went to church her whole life and all that. So she got scared herself. Her eyes got booked. Man, she started crying a little bit and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I got paranoid. Man, I'm gonna tell you, after that day forward, I was too scared to have relations with a woman unless she was my wife. Oh, you think I'm lying, don't you? You make do you think I'm lying? No, I'm being dead serious. I was just that scared. I might have did something once or twice. But I'm telling you, man, that day forward, I was scared, man. I was scared to even, do the deed, man. And I'm how should I say this? I'm a type of person, man, I like to get into situations I shouldn't be in. You know what I'm saying? I got to say it like that. But that day forward, man, I'm too scared. Do you know that the Most High, that's how he come to you, man? You will hear a familiar voice. I ain't talking about no familiar voice like no familiar spirit. But when he come to you, he gonna come to you. It ain't gonna be a voice that's hollering and kind of sleepy. But I had to do this. I had to do this tonight. But anyway, so he ain't gonna come to if you worship the Most High, you know his voice. I know his voice. You worship him and got a good relationship with the Most High, you know his voice. You know he's trying to keep you from doing wickedness, from stepping out of his will, breaking his commandments. So that day forward, man, hey man, put things on lockdown, man. I did. I really did. But yeah, that's what happened, man. I recognized the voice of YAH. But just wanted to give you a little story. Moral of the story is, hey man, most I talk to you, man, better listen. Because what if he would have said, hey man, I'm finna kill this dude, man. This dude think I'm playing. Dude think I'm playing, man. He's sitting up here doing this and that, man. And then and he ain't married to this female. And then it's another part to that too. The reason why. See, I'm gonna tell you something. A woman, I ain't gonna get into that. I'll say that for another time. But I shouldn't have been messing with that woman. I shouldn't have been messing with her. And you know, we can't sit up here and do things and think we're gonna just keep getting away with it, and the Most High just gonna overlook it. But I just wanted to give y'all another story, Tales from the Sipp, episode 28, the voice of YAH, part 3 of the voice of YAH. Him telling you how he came to me and spoke to me and how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for episode 29's Tales from the Sipp. Hey, man, y'all leave some comments. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Tell me what you want to hear next time. But before I bring out my testimony on how I was converted and became what I am today, you know what I'm saying? From being a sinner, man, I gotta have a lot of comments and a lot of likes. Till then, I'm not gonna do it because I gotta make sure somebody listening. But until next time, Tales from the Sipp, episode 28. Be on the lookout for episode 29. Yes, sir. Peace out. You know what I'm talking about.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.